Yo, what's up guys? Another video, and it's actually channel introduction. Man, I should have done this like a million years ago. This video is so overdue, but gotta do it, gotta do it. So first of all, really appreciate all the likes, subscribes, comments, everything that you've been doing out there for me the last few weeks, days, months, whatever, how long you've been here. Really appreciate it. It's helping to get my channel like to the homepage of other people, and therefore I get more views, I get more motivated, I get more subscribers, I have more content for you guys, and blah 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 blah. It just starts stacking up, and I'm more motivated to make more videos. You got more content. Apparently you like it, otherwise you ain't watching this. So highly appreciated for all of that. So let's actually get into the video. So channel introduction. I should have made this video a long time ago, man. So this video, I hope it's not too long, but that's also a thing. My videos tend to be long. Why? Because I talk too much. That's just what I do. So yeah, where to start? So first of all, so how I'm gonna do this, I'm just gonna talk through like a couple of things that I share on my channel, the kind of achievements that I've made, and also a bunch of questions that I've been getting like throughout the years, pretty much, that I've been doing this. Let's see if it's not like 16 hours long. So accomplishments, been playing almost 1800 days, 20 days short. Everything is 3 stars except for arena. Got legend in arena like 4 times. Then for world arena I got rank 8 as highest. For special league I got rank 2 as highest. For guild battle and guild siege I've been slacking. I'm currently still in my chill guild, but that's gonna change next week, so expect some guild content as well. And rule boss legend a couple of times, 5, 6, 7, don't know. So for the new people here, what are you gonna find on this channel? It's gonna be guides, RTA content. RTA content is actually mostly streaming. Yes, I'm also streaming. RTA content, mainly like the tier list, rush hour videos, random stuff, mostly those 4, I guess. Maybe some patch updates here and there, some talks here and there, but that's about it. So then on to some questions that I'm often getting. Did you play in SWC? Yes, I played SWC 2018 and 2019, and I both lost them in the top 8. So I actually been to the event, I played my first match, lost them 2 years in a row. We will see what happens this year. How did you come to the name Seiishizo? So Seiishizo actually it's pretty much made up. Like at some point I was playing another game and my brother came up for a name with me, like it was something related to some anime, I don't even know which one, and it was Seiishizo, and then I stick with that one for a while. Then I had to like make another character, and then I came up with Seiishizo, and that one stick for pretty much like the last 10 years plus. Do you stream? Yes, I stream, and the link is somewhere. Why do you live in China? So yeah, for some people that know me for a while, I do live in China. I sometimes go back to the Netherlands. I live here, I study in Shanghai, I study at the Shanghai Jiao Tong University, and I study software engineering. It's a master degree. What games did you play before? So when I was younger, I started off with first games I actually played like way back were Super Nintendo games. Then I switched to Nintendo 64. Then I switched to PS2. Mostly liking a lot of RPGs and that kind of stuff. Then at quite a young age I already figured out how to download stuff, and that's why I started downloading like Game Boy Advance games, other Super Nintendo games that I couldn't play. I played pretty much like any RPG on the Super Nintendo, I played it. Like I'm pretty freaking sure, like any decently named RPG on the Super Nintendo, I'm pretty sure I played it, I'm pretty sure I finished it. So Game Boy Advance, a lot of those kind of games. Then I switched to MMOs. So I first came across RuneScape, played that one for a while. I think 3 years. Then switched to MapleStory for about 2 years. Then I played what did I play? I played like it was a smaller MMO, it's called Lunia. I think it's not even like online anymore. Played that for about like a half a year to a year. Ion for about I think 2 years as well. Then I switched to Guild Wars 2 for about a year and a half to 2 years. I actually was close to making it with Guild Wars 2 to go to their first PvP tournament in at Gamescom Köln, but I had a team of me and 4 Russians, and they were all like basement people. It's like, fuck no, we're not gonna sign up for that stupid shit. But we were like beating pretty much everyone. But yeah, that didn't really help. Then we actually played and we lost against the team that actually won the whole thing in the end. So close, but they didn't make that. And afterwards, I started traveling a lot. So also for like like for school, I did a lot of like studies abroad and that kind of stuff. So then I was searching for a game that I could play on mobile. So I played a Final Fantasy one at first, and then I switched to Summoner's War, and then that stick for like the last 1778 days. It's been quite a while. Do you like animes? Oh, actually, for someone that says like I'm okay with anime, I didn't watch that many. I've watched probably like in my whole life I watched like 20 tops. Ones that I really like were Code GS. I only watched like mainstream stuff, so like Code GS I liked. Death Note was quite cool. Hunter x Hunter was decent except for the last part, in my opinion. Yeah, it's about Tokyo Ghoul was cool, first season at least. Attack on Titan, still watching that one. That's the only one that's, if it's airing right now, I'm watching Attack on Titan. Favorite movies? Oh man, my friends here, they call me like walking IMDb, like the walking international movie database, because I watch so many movies. Like last few years, if it came out in cinemas, I've probably seen it. Like back in the Netherlands, me together with my brother, we had like this unlimited pass to go to the cinema. And it was like, if you go to 2.5 movies, you already got like the pass worth of a month. So what me and my brother did, we went to the cinemas on like a Saturday or Sunday, and we made like a time schedule, and we went to 2 movies in a row. We ate dinner like close to the cinema, and then we watched the third movie. That's all we did. That's the amount of like, if there were good movies, we were watching everything, man. Like at that time, we were watching like everything if you have this unlimited pass. But besides that, I watch a lot. But like favorite is difficult. From movies that are like more recent, from like let's say last year, I really like The Gentleman movie from Guy Ritchie. Really good cast. I really like Parasite. It's one of those movies like exciting the whole movie, but it's not really an action movie. But the whole movie, you're like, oh man, this is gonna get fucked up. So I like those kind of movies. Um, Also then, older movies like some old school stuff, Fight Club and Pulp Fiction. I would say those two are my favorites. Still, I've seen them a lot. And Wolf of Wall Street. That's Wolf of Wall Street is probably the movie I've seen the most, like by far. It's just crazy ass movie. I love that. Favorite series? I've watched also a shit ton of series, like way too much to like. You have some people that are always like, you have those people in your friend group that are like, oh, you should watch this, and then you should watch that, and you should watch this, and you should watch that. And like for movies, it's okay. It's an hour and a half. Like you can spare an hour and a half. But a series that's like, if it's like a few seasons, it's like 10 hours, 20 hours, 30 hours. Like where are you gonna get that time? And some people just recommend you so much stuff. So at some point, I know it's like some people recommend me so many animes. I'm like, I shouldn't recommend anyone like any series. But besides that, some series that I really liked, of course, Game of Thrones. Last season was a bit wonky, but I think people are like kind of like undervaluing it still. Well, it's pretty bad. Could be a lot better. Like for the standards it had, could have been a lot better. Other series I liked, Vikings. I watch a whole bunch of DC Universe series like The Flash, Arrow. Used to watch more, but I dropped those. Um, Another like, if you, I didn't recommend many series or like barely any to any people, but if you want to watch a TV series, The Boys. The Boys, like episode 1, like first few seconds in, you're gonna be like, what? And then like it's gonna be more crazy. In the next episode, you're like, what? And no, 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 no. Next episode, and next episode. That's pretty much like the whole series. So like, if you want to watch something good right now, and that's like recent made, The Boys. Favorite monster, like Summoner's War questions. Favorite monster in the game? Wow, I guess it has to be the one in the middle, right? Can't like can't go around that one. Simply said. But I do really like the Beast Rider family just because they're cool and they're OP. That's that. But I would have to put the oracles on number. Most wanted normal element units. For that, let's check. I have a whole bunch. I can't really complain. But some people think I'm on the level that I have everything. No, I'm missing like 6 or like I think 5 to 8 of like every family, or like every element. So for these, I don't really care too much. Daphnis Felidule would be nice. For these, Barbara, just Barbara. Barbara's like, damn, Barbara's so good. And then here I recently pulled Savannah, so otherwise that one would have been on my list. But it's mainly normal elements is Barbara. Hands down Barbara. And then there's a few secondaries like Daphnis, Felidule, Marcia, Rika. Mainly fire though. Okay, for favorites, most wanted LD unit. Most wanted LD. Let's say by light and dark, like different. But I can choose one. Because otherwise I would go Jaeger, Yeon Hong, Artemil, blah 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 blah. I can just choose one of each. I think for light, I like Artemil the most actually. For some reason, I think he's just like so insanely strong. But I think I would, if I can just choose one, I would have to pick Yeon Hong. Because Yeon Hong is just, it's such a playmaker. Like Yeon Hong is like if you're good at playmaking, like attack bar manipulation, that kind of stuff, Yeon Hong, you can have some like really crazy plays. And she pretty fits my team. She really fits my team. Whereas Artemil, a little bit less, but he's just insanely cool. For dark, I don't even have to see it. It is Ragdoll. Like, come on, it's Ragdoll. Like, what are the other options? Pater would be cool though. Pater I would legit see like on par, but I just have to say Ragdoll, man. I like Ragdoll. Even though it's been nerfed and stuff, pretty sure I can rune up a really dank Ragdoll. It's gonna be good. Why do you have 8 Gildongs? I don't really have 8 Gildongs. I have 9 Gildongs. I'm working on this one for skilling it up. But I have 8 Gildongs for Roll Boss, and they're all like pretty ruined, max grinded, that kind of shit. Roll Boss. Most farmed dungeon. I would say I farmed just by the dungeons itself. I would say I farmed about 80%. Is that too much? No, maybe it's too much. I think I farmed 70% dragons, 20 to 25%. I think 25% giants. No, that's too much. I think I would say maybe 75 in dragons, 20 in giants, and 5 in necro. I really barely farmed necro, to be honest. Reason for that is also like you just need a few will runes. That's all I really need from it, and then you get will runes from this one. So I'm mostly getting my will runes there. However, if you would say how much did you do these 3 dungeons compared to raid 5, I would say I'm on raid 5. I think I'm raid 5 40%. I rate a lot, like 40. No, maybe it's a bit too much. No, I actually think so. Actually, like 35 to 40% on raid 5, and then 60 to 65% on the normal dungeons. And why do you raid so much? Like, do you think like, hey, at some point you have everything max grinded, right? Well, the thing is, even for some of my roll boss units, as you can see here, this is all like pretty legendary grinded. Well, these not that much, but yeah, there's just, I think for Fatal not that much, but if you check, for example, my Sierra, it's all like pretty legendary, 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 legendary. So yeah, pretty max grinded, and that's what you get like for raiding that much. I think it's just useful to raid a lot, like in general. It's also best tip I can give to like any like player like, oh, I'm stuck in somewhere, just raid more, see if that works, see if that boosts your account. It probably will, because a lot of people are too lazy to raid because it's annoying, because you have to do it with other people and teamwork sucks and blah 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 blah. But yeah, no, actually do it. It's not that difficult. Oh yeah, another question I get a lot. What should my defense be? Dude, I don't fucking know. Just try something that you see work for other people. Thing is, and I think that counts for like every like content creator at some point. We get allergic to these. Can I send my monster box and you just tell me something? Like, ugh. It's simple. Like, just say, hey, can I send you my monster box? I have this and this ID. I want to use these and these units, this and this. But do you see anything better? That's already like 100 times better than you just like, yep, bam, you have my shit. Make something out of it. Like, at least give me an idea that you have a clue about what you think you do. So that's it. It can just like, um, it's the same as making a test. I can give you the answers, or you can I can help you study and then you can understand. So in the long run, what's gonna make it work? Help you study to make you understand, because you give input of what you think is right. I can say it's wrong, right, or anything like that, and then you can learn from that. And next time you can craft your own defense, or you can create something new. And if you just give me like, give me an answer, and like, yeah, I could give you an answer, but is that actually gonna work? Like, in the end, you know your account, you know your runes. I'm not gonna spend 2 hours to figure out all your runes and which rune should be where, and then which unit should be where on defense and blah blah. And it kind of figures out for like everything. It's just a general thought, like, of like, sure, it's good to ask for help, but give like a clear mind that you kind of know what you're doing, which is always kind of like respectful, I say, to like the content creator you're asking. But it's also gonna make you help like understand what he's saying, rather than like, oh yeah, that makes sense what he understands, like, oh, it doesn't work, he is shit. Something like that. Though you also can maybe understand why something does or does not work. So, yeah, just a piece of my mind. Do you have a Discord channel? Yes, I do. Why don't you stream that consistent? Main reason is because I'm in China, so therefore I have to use VPN to get connected to Twitch, and that means that I can only do that when my internet's actually decently good, which it is not most of the time, and therefore I cannot really stream that often. Only like, mostly like late hours. So if I'm streaming, it's mostly like at one of the late hours. Why do you always wear a hat? Simple. I'm lazy. If I don't go out of the house, I just wear a hat, pretty much, for stream. Because my hair looks like this. It's flat. It's messy. Blah. Something like that. And my hair doesn't look like this. Actually, fun fact. In real life, when I go outside of the house, I pretty much never wear a hat. All of my real life friends never see me with. Oh, and by the way, guys, always like something you should do in game, like from time to time. It's kind of strange. You should click on her and look what she says. That's so strange. Subscribe to Seiishizo. Well, thank you, Elia. It's like highly appreciated. Oh yeah, and if you don't subscribe for me, subscribe for him. So that was pretty much it for the most of the questions that I've got like throughout the time. I also want to use this video to get more questions from the community, from you guys. So if you have any like AMA questions, I'm gonna use this video as like an AMA filler for a next video. It might be in like a month, maybe 2 or whatever. Like if there's a lot of questions, maybe in a few weeks already. And this is just gonna fill in like a lot of questions for that video. So if you have any questions about anything, could be live, could be Summoners War, could be whatever game I played before, feel free to put it somewhere down below. If you made it all the way to the end of the video, I would highly appreciate it. If you leave it a like, it takes half a second of your time, and probably you liked it. Or you hated it and you just hate watching it, like, die, this guy, he's terrible, why am I watching this? El Diablo, El Diablo. And I want to thank you for thank you for videoing. I would highly appreciate it. No. And if you made it all the way till the end of this video, I would highly appreciate it. Fuck!